That was low rent, and you know it.
The Manager of Opposition Business has the call.
Thanks, Mr Speaker. Given the nature of the previous answer on indulgence, I can associate the opposition with the first part of that answer.
Manager of Opposition Business has the call.
Thank you. My question is to the Minister for the Environment. Yesterday, the minister said allegations that Adani tampered with scientific evidence in relation to the spill of coal-laden water on the sensitive Kallie Valley wetlands were a state matter. Is the minister aware that the very federal conditions he spoke about yesterday impose direct responsibility for the federal government concerning the Kallie Valley wetlands? Given the minister in fact has direct responsibility for these wetlands, when will the government investigate and will it report publicly?
The Minister for the Environment.
Well, Mr Speaker, it must be my lucky day because as Environment Minister I waited 566 days for a question and now I've had 2 in 48 hours, Mr Speaker. Now, Mr Speaker, yesterday the Shadow Minister for the Environment, the member for Watson, was referring to an issue related to Abbott Point Terminal. Now, as the Shadow Minister knows, Abbott Point Terminal was constructed before the EPBC came in. And as a result, the primary regulator for that is the Queensland Government, Mr Speaker, is the Queensland Government. And we know why Adani owns the Abbott Point Terminal, and that is because the Bligh Labor government sold it to them, Mr Speaker. And we know why the Bligh Labor government sold it to them is because they support the Adani project, Mr Speaker. They support the Adani project. Now, Mr Speaker, the member for Watson knows this is a state matter, that what he is referring to is the primary regulatory authority and responsibility of the Queensland Government. But do you know why he has now come to the dispatch box to ask this question, Mr Speaker? It's because of the by-election in Batman, Mr Speaker. It's because in Batman, they have a candidate, Jed Carney, and now Jed Carney and the Carneyistas, Mr Speaker. The Carneyistas are in control of the Labor Party. Now, Mr Speaker, those opposite used to support the Adani mine. Mr Speaker, who said the following? On the 12th of April 2017, I support the Adani coal mine, Mr Speaker. None other than the Leader of the Opposition, Mr Speaker. Mr Speaker, who said, and I quote, I welcome the jobs that it will provide in Queensland, Mr Speaker. None other than the member for Shortland, Mr Speaker. Who said the following? Adani is a massive project and it's got the potential to create thousands of jobs, which will be fantastic for regional Queensland, Mr Speaker. Labor Senator Murray Watt, Mr Speaker. And who said the following? The Adani project is a vital project as an economic opportunity for our region, Mr Speaker. Labor Senator Anthony Chisholm, Mr Speaker. So the reality is that the Labor Party supported the Adani project. But now, on the eve of the Batman by-election, Jed Carney and the Carneyistas are now writing the Labor Party's policy. And this should not surprise us from the Leader of the Opposition, because he famously said, if you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there, Mr Speaker. And if you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. So the Leader of the Opposition doesn't know if he supports more jobs in Queensland, or in fact he does know now he doesn't support more jobs in Queensland because he doesn't support the Adani project, all because he's placating the Labor left in order to win the seat of Batman.